Nice. She got one. Boom. There you go. What's up, Lobster? How are you? You're here early. You're never here early. What's up, Emily? How are you? Oh, wait. I need to turn on. You made $90. Nice. So your mom made 900 today at the craft fair? I'll be right back. I'm turning on my space heater. Oh yeah. Lobster, you were just scrolling and saw a notification? Hey, we take it. Oh, nice. Dude. Your eyes hurt? So do mine. I don't know why my eyes hurt, but mine do too. Do you know why yours hurt? Oh. Dude. You were playing a game with lots of flashing lights. Yeah, that makes sense. That's especially if you were gaming in a dark room or like a dimly lit room with all the lights. That makes sense. That's happened to me before when I played some video games. So I understand how that one's feeling, Lobster. Ugh. Phoenix, you're finally getting a haircut tomorrow. You haven't got one since the start of band camp. Girl, that's crazy. Why is it taking you this long to get a haircut? Ah. I played tennis today after I got off of work with one of my friends that I usually play with on our Tuesday night group. He absolutely destroyed me because he's that much better than me. But it was just bad. I got a lot of footage, but I just got absolutely demolished. And if he shows up here, I will gladly admit right away. He's like, yeah, he destroyed me, and he'll just laugh, and I know he will because we're friends. But it's fun. It's fine. Hi, what's up? Lobster, it looks like it was 109 years ago. And thank you for the jewels, Lobster. I appreciate it. That dude, what's up? How we doing? I think it's because you want your hair right above your shoulders where you usually get it, and you had to do show hair and put it into a bun. If you had cut it any shorter, it wouldn't go up. That's fair. But hey, band competition season is over, so you're good. You can have the hairstyle you want again. Ugh. Lobster, all right. Ryan, what's up? Karen, hello. You're back. Just got home from doing errands with your godmother. Very cool. Very cool, Karen. That's awesome. Welcome back. It's been a while. How have you been? Ah, Phoenix, it is. You're so excited. You finally get to dye your hair again too. What are you dyeing your hair? What are you dyeing your hair to, Phoenix? The Warrior. My channel's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Chat tennis again. Yep. That's it. That's what we plan on doing. Ryan, could you please be a moderator? You've been following Champ for a while now. Sorry, Ryan. That is going to be a no from me. No one is a moderator besides myself. Karen, thanks. You're all right. Sounds good, Karen. Longhorn, are you saying I look Russian? That's crazy. MD back with the 55 program that I know nothing about. Lobster, you think I am Elmo, you just can't prove it. Well, I'm not Elmo, buddy. Good luck trying to prove it, though. Guillermo, hello from Argentina. Huge hug. Well, hello, Guillermo. Thanks for being here all the way from Argentina. That's awesome. Thanks, you have no idea. You usually do purple or red. You only dye with the under half of your hair. So if you have any ideas, you're totally up to it. Girl, I am not the one to ask about what color to dye your hair, specifically because I personally think natural colors just look better. So I'm probably not the one to ask. Longhorn. Oh, I look like someone else. I've never heard of them, so I do not know if that is a compliment or a good thing. Duel, you just said like that, okay. Bose? Who's my favorite tennis player? My favorite tennis player is a guy named Fabio Fognini. He does not play anymore. He retired, I think it was either earlier this year or late last year. But he was my favorite player. Karen, how's the weekend going so far? Karen, the weekend has been going good. We were at work this weekend as normal. So work was fine. After work on Saturday, I ended up going to an unexpected dinner. No, Saturday, I came home and we had a family Christmas party. That was fun. And then I streamed here after that. So we were here for 4 hours. It was quite a haul. The people that were still at the end, they were just like, dude, when are you going to bed? I was like, crazy. I didn't realize it was Sunday now, but that took a while. And then today, went back to work, played tennis after work. I got some good footage for the YouTube channel coming up for the new year. Just so that way I can get a jump start on stuff. And now we're here streaming. So all in all, not bad. Northeast, hello. What's up? Lobster, that's what they all say. Uh-huh. Gex, you think I look like Mr. Beast? Interesting. That'd be crazy if I was him. Siobhan. Okay. Lobster, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. Bo's your favorite player is McEnroe. Very nice. Gex, what am I putting on my lips? So, Gex, what you saw me putting on my lips is essentially a really, really strong chapstick. I got that from a dermatologist because I'm on a medicine right now that completely like dries out my skin, especially my lips. And so that's one of the few things that they gave me to help with my lips, especially where I live because it's very cold, it's very dry. They chap very easily, and it's not. It is not good. So that is what I was putting on. That is what I was putting on my lips. Karen, fabulous. Thank you. Lobster, what time is it for me? Your time is 2:45. Gex is 3:45. Lobster, my time is 8:46 p.m. That is what my time is. Edu? Sorry if I said it wrong. What is the topic of this channel? So the topic of this channel is predominantly about tennis gear and tennis equipment. That is going to be my little area of expertise, so that's usually what I talk about the most. However, sometimes, especially here on the live streams, we don't always talk about tennis because not everyone wants to talk about tennis, and I can understand that. I don't always want to talk about it either, at least all the time. So we just kind of hang out, talk about whatever, and then when tennis comes up, tennis comes up. So yeah, that is about it. That's what's going on here. Level 9, I could scream, but I'm not going to. David, is it Accutane I'm on? Yes, I am on Accutane, David. Barry, okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. You took the topical version called tretinoin, made your eyes so dry that you quit it and you couldn't handle it. Gotcha. See, luckily, I don't believe I've had any adverse side effects to that since I've been on Accutane. I know it is very, very it is very bad if you get some of the side effects. Like, they are not good, and that's why you have to go through the entire sign up and program to get approved for it. But luckily, I have not had any complications. Nitik, hello. Welcome back. Sakshi, hello from India. Nice to meet you. How are you? Official, what's up? Rylan. Gex, it's because of cold weather. Also, don't use hot water a lot. Yeah. Be good. Phoenix, you're gonna head out and go paint something. Have a great stream, and you'll most likely be back. Well, Phoenix, if you are gonna come back, hopefully we'll still be here, because I have to work tomorrow morning very early. So I'm probably going to. The latest I will probably stream is around 10 o'clock. That is what I'm looking at for the cutoff. So if you're back before then, Phoenix, we may see each other. Ugh. Sakshi, you liked the video? Thank you, I appreciate it. Mike, so sorry, no. You do? Okay, got it, thanks. You're welcome. Shamsul, thumbs up, thank you. Sakshi, you're from India, you like the video? Very nice, cool. You look like a Honda Accord coupe. Why do I look like a car? I'm a human. David, you didn't qualify for acne, so they gave you tretinoin, which you guess is less side effects because it's just a cream. It's a cream? Oh. But definitely gave you dry eyes, so yeah, it wasn't worth it. How did a cream give you dry eyes? Were you putting it on your eyes? Because did you somehow have acne on your eyes, David? Sakshi, yes, I am single. Rebecca, hello. How are you? David, you gotta be up for 6:30. Yeah, dude, I gotta be up. I gotta be up, I think, a little before then too, so that way I can actually just like wake up fully, eat something before work as well as just get prepared. I've also started doing it doing it more and more now to where when I wake up, I go for a little bit. I just like walk around my room so that way I can start like waking my body up physically, just getting some steps in. So that that's something I've been starting to do a little bit more recently. Becca, hello again. Gex, why am I wearing glasses? It's night. Gex, I'm wearing these glasses because these are here to help me sleep. Since I'm staring at my phone and my computer, by wearing these, it just helps me sleep better rather than not wearing them. So that's why. Sakshi, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. John, okay. Uh, Gain. I'm sorry, sir. I do not remember you off the top of my head. David, you put the cream on your face at night, and you guess when you'd roll around in bed, you'd kind of smear around and go near your eyes. Oh, gotcha. Melvin, hello. What's up? Burrito needs a pair of those shades. Hey, man, I got them off Amazon, so you can get them. Sakshi, well, thank you for the compliment, Sakshi, but you just met me. What do you mean? Dude, so it's basically Accutane, but Accutane dries out every oil gland in your body. Trim just dries out where you put it. Interesting. Huh. I wonder, David, did they now? Granted, this is more personal and you do not have to share, but did they at least told you they why you were denied Accutane, right? Like they didn't just say, "Oh, no," and then told you to move on, right? KJ, I think it is pretty obvious that I am extremely white and nothing and not much else. Ek Panda, what's up? William, hello, buddy. How are you? Let's see. David, you tried not to put it near your eyes, but I was just bothering. Gotcha. Tree Stump, what's up? What's up, man? How are you? Later. Later, dude. Gex, what state am I in? I'm in Indiana, Gex. The state pretty much no one thinks of when they think of the U.S. Chris, hello. How are you? Sakshi, bye. Hope you have a great day, Sakshi. Thanks for being here. David, based on what you told them about how sensitive you are to all the medication side effects, they're like, yeah, we're not giving you that. Well, I mean, that's fair. There's a ton of things, dude. It's it's not good. Like they give you two whole papers full of stuff that can go wrong and to watch out for when you are on the medication. It is insane. And like even if you have a slight change in your mental attitude and it's a downward change, they say to notify the dermatologist immediately. And it's like that's crazy that it can potentially have that much of a side effect. Google, stop writing books in the chat. Google, they're fine. Sakshi, can you call me baby? Uh, I can't really stop you, Sakshi. So if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. Google, like, interesting. Orlaka? Speaking of medication, you're allergic to penicillin, morphine, and interesting. Okay. That's crazy. Sephiroth, what's up? David, it's unfortunate, yeah, but it's given lots of people incurable dry eyes. Oh, incurable? That's crazy. Car guy, what's up? Inevitable. You're joking, bro. It is weird. It is weird that we're both from Indiana, though. Yeah, inevitable. It is a little weird, but crazy. But you're all the way in South Bend. That's pretty insane. That's pretty insane. It looks like just because I clicked onto your profile because I'm a little nosy. It looks like you are a wrestler, which very cool, very fun. Because I have a friend that's also a wrestler as well. He does it around where we live, and I've gone to one of his matches. It was quite a time. Sauce, tennis young man, SSS, what's up? Rish, what's up? Gex, Sakshi, calm down. You just met him. Apparently. Car guy, what's up? Dave, you took tretinoin in hopes it wouldn't bother your eyes, but yeah, you mean they're getting better? You quit like 3 weeks ago. You were allergic to penicillin as a 12-year-old. Well, yeah. Luckily, I'm very lucky that I was not allergic to penicillin. My other family members were, but I was not, luckily. Jesse, what are we discussing? So, Jesse, typically what we discuss is stuff about like tennis gear, so like tennis rackets, shoes, strings, stuff like that. That's typically why we're here. However, people don't always want to talk about tennis, and I get that. So, we sometimes just talk about whatever and hang out and do whatever. That's it, man. That's about it. Abdul, welcome back. You have a thermodynamics final exam in 5 hours and you have 150 slides to cover. You are dead. Nah, Abdul, you got this. You have 5 hours, 150 slides. That's 30 slides an hour. You got this. It's crazy that you're still in school, though. I thought you would have been out by now. Harmony, what are we talking about? Kind of whatever, man. Oh, you're from Indiana? You have cousins in Fort Wayne? Yeah, I'm from Indiana. Man, more and more people knowing something or someone from Indiana. That's crazy. This almost never happens. David Ebro, you wouldn't take it for too long. The cream might solve your issue without it going systemic. If you have 1 or 2 spots of acne, you're better off targeting them topically rather than taking it and shrinking every oil gland in your body, including your tear ducts. Nah, David, it's not just one place. Like when I started, like I've been lucky that I really don't get acne on my face all that much. It's not really ever been a big thing for me. It's all just on my back, and it was terrible. So I've been on the Accutane for a few months. It's worked out. It's been working very nicely, and now we're getting closer and closer to the end where I think I'll be getting off of it. I think within like 2 or 3 months next year, but it is helping greatly. Wow, seriously, a small world. Yes, you do wrestle and you have a lot of fun with it. There's a chance you may know your friend. You would never say his name, but be able to say his wrestling. If anything, it's just free clout for him. Yeah, Inevitable. His wrestling name is Harry Hartman. Rube, what's up? You wrestle all throughout Indiana, Ohio, Michigan. Very nice. Mohan, you just deleted a comment, but I don't know what it was. I didn't get to it in time. Soph? Gex studying? Yeah, Gex. He's in college. Oh, there's the Cyclops reference. Neville, can you add permission to subscribe, please? If not, it's fine. You understand? I don't know what that means, inevitable. What do you mean, add permission? Bo? I really don't think that's going to happen. So, no. Arup, yesterday you completed a half marathon in 2 hours and 7 minutes of PB. Arup, that's awesome, dude. A half marathon in basically 2 hours? That's insane. Congratulations, buddy. I have no intention of running a half marathon, but I'm very, very excited that you did that. Alpha, do I love basketball? No. Like I think basketball is enjoyable, but I do not love it. I don't watch it at all. Hmm? What are the books on that table? This one? This book right here, this is Relentless by Tim Grover. It is a book about mindset and many of the things that he learned and were helping to instill while working with Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and other highly, highly professional athletes. So I've read that book once before, but I was going through it again just to be like, what did I miss? And I'm in a new part of my life since the last time I read, so might as well. William, 2 hours half marathon is awesome. Yeah, it is, William. Inevitable. You meant to say do you have permission to subscribe? Sorry, you use talk text a lot and it's always wrong. But you're lazy. You're fine. You're fine, Visible. Inevitable. Yeah, if you want to subscribe, by all means, go ahead. I'm not gonna say no, but if you don't want to, that's also cool. I'm not gonna force you to do it. That's not what I'm here for. Gex, nice. Yeah. Alpha, who's the GOAT, Jordan or LeBron? Bro, I don't watch basketball, but from what I've heard, it just depends on like when you grew up and when you watched basketball. So like a lot of the older traditional fans of basketball that grew up watching it many years ago, I think they lean towards Jordan. I think more basketball fans that are watching and growing with it now, I think they lean more towards LeBron. I don't watch basketball, so I really don't care. But I don't have an opinion on it. Yay, reading is fun. Yeah, especially if you learn something from reading. That's when it's really fun. At least for me. Gex, you walked 17 kilometers once? Dang. Okay. Roop, thank you, of course. Well, you're just going to subscribe and ask for permission later? Hey, man, that works. David, it's so hard for you to choose between Jordan and LeBron. Why? What makes it hard? Alpha, yo, cool glasses, thank you, appreciate it. Quinn, would I rather date a really hot guy or a really ugly girl? That's a weird question, but I'm gonna have to say it's going to be a girl. I am not attracted to dudes at all. Alpha, what's your dream life? I don't know, dude. That changes like that probably changes like every day, so I don't necessarily know what that would be. I don't think I have that fully envisioned yet. I just know I want my life to be magnificent, amazing, and impactful. That's about it. Yes, that's one thing you miss about being in school, the mandatory educational reading. I mean, you can make yourself make it mandatory. You don't have to. You don't have to not read if you enjoyed it. Jackson, do I play any games? I play video games, Jackson. Probably the one I played most recently was Pokemon Legends ZA on my Switch, but that's just because I got it for my birthday. That's about it. David, Jordan's just magnetic personality. You love his story and sway towards the olden days. LeBron's more longevity and more well-rounded game, but Jordan is Jordan, man. It's so hard to say, but they're both great. Your favorite player, though, is Kyrie Irving. Interesting. John doesn't look like anything changes much in that room. Not really, John. The room predominantly stays very, very similar. I am not looking to add decor. I don't really care about decor. It all just kind of like stays the same, and that's okay. I'm not really in here that often. I'm usually just in here to sleep and do the live stream. That's about it. So I don't really need much in here in terms of like decoration. David, but like any sport, you can't narrow it down to one guy. Basketball and every other sport has so many talented people in their own styles. David, I would beg to differ on that. I think you can narrow it down to one guy. Basketball, it gets a little bit harder because it's a team sport. However, I think you can narrow it down to one guy if you go based off statistics. Because some players, like for their specific position, have better stats than others. So whoever has the better stats, I think technically is considered the better player. Despite taking out if you like the person, despite taking out if you think they have a great game, statistically, they are the best based off the numbers, and that was their performance. That would be my assumption. That would be my way of deciding. As it's tough to find the time with work. For example, you had to work all weekend to finish a work project. Yeah, it is tough to find time, but if you really want to read, here's the thing: commit to just reading one page of a book every day. You don't even have to read. You don't even have to read a whole chapter. Just read one book, not one book. Read one page, and then if you read one page, you can read one page within a day. That'll probably take you what, 2 minutes, and then hey, if you're already reading, it might be a little bit easier for you. John, the ceiling is all messed up. It's old. I'm not gonna replace it. I don't care enough to replace it. Charlie, welcome back. You're doing good. Very nice. How's the channel going, Charlie? Rich, you're great. Okay. Ayush, why am I wearing specs at night? So, Ayush, the reason I'm wearing the glasses is because I'm trying to sleep better. They help me sleep by blocking the blue light that comes off my phone and my computer as I am staring at them. So yeah, that's why, man. Ashir, what's up? John, it looks like a room they would use in a movie where people were duct taped and afraid. Why? Why does it look like that to you? Ayush Iron Man, okay. Stranger, what's up? William, Michael Jordan is like Roger Federer. Even your aunt who can't speak English knows MJ and RF. Novak is the better number as player, but Roger has the more influence. Yeah. S, you're right. You should make more of an effort. Wise words, young friend. Well, thank you, S. Appreciate it. I was on the Natty got held up this weekend. Nice. How'd it feel? How'd it play? Without it breaking? How'd it go? I was actually talking about you earlier with a friend of mine. I said because he knows he's been in the streams before. He knows that about what happened with your natural gut. I said I really hope that didn't break on him again. Shit, brother, you and your brother are going to the grill, and are you kidding me? You speak English in peace and joy, and your nephew. Oh, okay. Almario, hello, welcome back. Tattoo, hello. Musa, what's up? They're having a full conversation. I'm assuming it's in Spanish. Tattoo, we speak a different language. Sorry for the confusion. Hey man, go for it. I have no idea what y'all are saying, but have fun. Man, America, okay. Have a good live stream, your English. Well, thank you, Tattoo. I appreciate it. Ozone felt really nice. Great feeling pop. It's just expensive. Exactly. A natural gut's just expensive. That's the big thing. But if you pay for it, it can be amazing. Math, am I in America? Yes. Yes, I am. As you think it's Portuguese? It is Portuguese. All right, cool. You think my computer is trash? Sorry, bud. It's been working just fine for me. Emily, hello. How are you? Isaac, did I see the Jake Paul's hurry after back match? I did not, Isaac. Like I told you, I was not going to watch that boxing match, so I did not know. Lion, what's up? Hello. Ozone, you've got 3 Ezone 98s. The other 2 are full bed polys, and the one with the natural gut mains feels the absolute best. I wonder why, Ozone. It's kind of like you got arguably the best type of tennis string in your racket. Let's see. Math Lenovo are indestructible. Okay. Well, and I don't know what that is. It's, S, okay, bedtime. Catch you next time. Have a good stream. Thanks, S. I appreciate it. Have a good night. William, where's the cool jacket you were wearing when I opened the stream? I'm sitting on it, William. Are you talking about my bubble jacket? Yeah, I'm just sitting on it. John, I think that's only a question you can answer, buddy. Alex, what's up? And John, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. Rack, guess your UTR? I don't know, dude. I don't... 7? I don't know. I've never really, like, dealt much with UTR. I was on Fanatica was an article of clothing you'd wear. What would be the equivalent in clothing? I don't know, Ozon, just because with natural gut and how expensive it is, I don't know what would be the thing. I don't know what would be the one item that would be like, yes, this is the ultimate piece in the look. So I'm not sure. William, three rackets with Natica. Ozon is loaded. You guess because he played center back for Liverpool? That's crazy. Alex, any opinions on TikTok? It's a social media app. Not really. I don't do anything on it. Like, I have the app on my phone, but the only reason I had the app on my phone was to find a account one of my sisters made that she had blocked a few other family members on, but she didn't know I had it. That's the only time I've ever really been on TikTok, so actually that's not true. I used to be on TikTok a lot more around 2020 when everything was like shut down, because I was like, I'm bored, I have time, what else am I going to do? And then all of a sudden, after we could start like going out and doing stuff again, I didn't do it, but the TikTok app just got deleted off my phone somehow. I don't remember how, I don't know how. It was just gone. And then I really did not care to re-download it just because I was busy doing other things then. So yeah, that's really all I got about TikTok. Rack 9.9 is 16-year-old, top 300 nationally. Very nice. Congratulations. Isaac, Wonderland, Pyramid, Dog Toy, Actors 370 YouTube. What are you talking about, Isaac? I don't understand any of that. I was on, no, not 3 racks, only 1 free, yeah. Cookie, why would you want a shout out? Sedant, good morning. Good morning to you. How are you? Rack, hook up for a match. Rack, if I were to play the match with you and I was to play how I just played tonight, I'm probably I'm probably not winning a point because I played awfully. So I don't think you would want to waste your time playing me. I'm gonna be honest. So, if you wanted to, maybe one day we can't, maybe one day we could, but I honestly think if you played me currently, you would just be wasting your time. Honestly. Abdul, yo, you want your glasses? Sorry, these ones are mine. Siddhant, lots of love from India. Well, thank you. That's awesome. Thank you for being here all the way from India. Oz, hi bro, how are you? Hope you've had a good weekend. Is the cough any better? Yeah, the cough I think is almost gone, or if not, is gone, Oz. So I just have to make sure that I don't overdo it. That's it. Ooh, one day you'll grab them. Good luck. Ozone, am I a 5-0? No. I'm nowhere close to a 5-0. I'm like I think I'm typically hovering around a 3.5, maybe barely cracking 4.0. I am not a 5-0 by any means, Ozone. Racky, actually, come on, man, don't touch yourself like that. It's not doubt, bro. It's just that is I know that is a fault of my. I know that is where I am deficient. I don't play as often in order to actually be extremely competitive. I'm only playing once a week. You're 16. You have a 9.9 UTR. You are most likely playing a lot more than me. So, by logic, you would probably cream me. That is not me getting down on myself. That is me being objective. But who knows? Anything can happen. I just know I personally need to get a lot better, because where I'm at right now, not that great. What sticks do I use right now? Right now I don't have any one thing in particular, just because I'm playing with so many different things for my reviews. If I have to pick a stick, I'm probably either swinging my Slinko Blackout 300 V2, or I'm swinging the Yonex Percept 100D. Those are probably the two rackets I would say if I'm going to actually stick to one, it's probably one of those two. Oz got your guns out tonight. Swoon. Well, thanks, Oz. Appreciate it. We're working on getting back more and more back into the gym and actually just getting healthier with it. Isaac, I don't know what that is, Isaac. Billy. What? Ozone Bros 33 rackets. I do have that, Ozone. Racket, you remember the thin racket type of guy then? No. Racket is racket. I mean, I'll make it work. Like, the Slinko Blackout is not a thin racket by any means. That thing is thick, and that is a power racket. The Percept, that's more of the thin racket, so it just depends. It changes. Is Federer my favorite player? No. Federer is not my favorite player. My favorite player was Fabio Fognini. So, not Federer in the slightest. Just because they are nowhere near similar in terms of who they are as players or what they do. Isaac, I don't know what that is. You love my pick. Well, thanks, buddy. Why? Just because it's almost no one's pick. Fogny. You could have never predicted that, Ozan. Yeah. Fabio was my favorite. It's just because the guy made everything look so effortless while he was up there. Like he'd just be standing straight up. Here comes the ball, and then he just like he barely even looks like he taps it, and the thing just goes flying. And I'm just like, that's insane how he's able to do that. And probably the real reason I actually liked him the most was that when I was younger, I saw him for the first time, and it was still when he was sponsored by Hydrogen. And if you don't know, Hydrogen is a clothing brand, and their logo is a skull. And so younger me saw that on the tennis court, and he was just decked out in skulls as well as some other like just some other colors to accentuate it. Younger me was like, that guy looks awesome, and he looked good while playing. Dude, that's when I was like, yeah, that's my favorite. Joji, what's up? Welcome back. Right, all the time in the world, just never got over his mental block. Yeah, I could see that. Ozan, man, has the most nonchalant game style. Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, pretty much. Right, so real, Ozan. Yeah. Ozan, you remember that brand? What happened to Hydrogen? You barely see it anymore? I don't know, dude. I guess just, I guess athletes just got better sponsorship deals from other brands. I don't know. I always thought they looked cool, but I have no idea why they were falling off. Rack, Curious, and Birdage were nonchalant too. Yeah. Ugh. Ah, sorry. I'm trying not to hit the stand that the camera's on. But oh well. Rag, am I an aggressive player? Typically no. I'm more of just the wall. So I'm more of just the wall player. So I'll get to the ball and I'll get it back. And my game is typically just waiting for you to make the mistake. But that is I'm very certain that is what is holding me back at my current level because I'm not attacking the ball enough to actually try and end the point in order to, you know, actually put myself into the advantage. So I need to work on being more aggressive, and by that I need to work on all of my forms. Let's see. Oz, do pirates play tennis? I mean, they could. I don't see why they couldn't. Ozan, imagine if Kyrgios was mentally tough as you. Uh, Ozan, Kyrgios went through like a ton of mental like stuff, and he's still here. So like, I would say he's pretty mentally tough, especially with all the hate he was getting on a global level. The fact that he is still alive, and if you've listened to some of his interviews or just heard some of the way he talks about things that was going on, he is I would say he's probably pretty mentally tough. He has his moments of anger and everything, but bro's been through a lot. Right, awesome. He kind of won Wimbledon. Curious care. Okay. Ter- Terrence, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. See, oh, you are so smart. Well, see, thanks for the compliment. Obscure, dope glasses, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. Rack, you say Curious is bipolar? Interesting. It was you meant if he was mentally tough on the court, focused, and was emotionally stable on court. Mm. Interesting. Mm. Ugh. I don't know. Go have at least once. I could see him. I could see Kyrgios having gotten the slam. Obscure. Why do I have a drop ceiling in my bedroom? What building am I in? Uh, because this is a house. That's just the ceiling that the room came with. Back, he should beat Djokovic in the final. What was it, 2021? I think it was 2021. I think it was either 2021 or 2022. Oz, you haven't made your bed. Looks like you were up all night. Oz, I don't make my bed. I think I think making your bed is one of the stupidest things ever because you're just going to absolutely just mess it up again because you're going to sleep in it. So I think it's pointless. So I'll just get into bed as is. Tessera, day 9 of asking this dude to juggle, and day 9 of this dude not juggling. So sorry, Tessera. William, Nick got to the Wimby final of 2022. Gotcha. Thanks, William. I was on Brody. Fabio could have won a slam. Which one do you think he would have won? Wasn't he making a? Wasn't there like a big run he had at a slam or like a really big tournament, and he ended up beating Nadal? No, didn't he end up beating Nadal on clay one year for a big run? Maybe that, or he had a, or didn't he have like a really good run at a U.S. Open? Maybe either the French or the U.S. Open, but I don't know. I don't really pay too. I never really paid too much attention to to everything going on with professional tennis. I really don't. I really don't watch it that much, just because I kind of really just don't care. Isaac yells when okay. Who makes their bed in the big 25 almost 26? Rack. Uh, had I had someone else not said almost well something similar in terms of what you just said, I would have no idea what you were talking about, but now I do. So, yes. Oz, what if I get lucky though? That ain't happening anytime soon, Oz. And I know that for a fact, so it doesn't matter. If you're not trying to talk, you just did a constitution? But you also don't know much about construction and you're really drunk. Nah, you're cool, Obscure. The ceiling always gets referenced at least once. It's almost on. We've almost been able to make a bingo card of stuff that always gets mentioned whenever I stream in my room, and the ceiling is always mentioned. My glasses are always mentioned. The newest comment from Krev that ticks off another mark on the bingo card. Someone saying I look like someone from Stray Kids. So you're fine, dude. All right, Oz, what do you mean by that? Ozon, you mean which slam could Fabio realistically could have won based on his game nonchalantness? Rack says Roland Garros, he had a very heavy ball, very effective on clay. All right. Ozon, he probably grew up on red clay being from Italy. Probably. He beat Rafa that year. Yeah, okay. As if you wear the red specs to work, you reckon? Nah, I highly doubt that, Oz. So, what about the name B Rody? Does that get mentioned? Uh, no, not typically Ozon. Thanks, Rack. I appreciate it. Krev, sorry, it's a prank, bro. Krev, what is like the point of the prank? Because people do it all the time. So like, what is the point of the prank? Gax, bro, for real, you look exactly like Mr. Beast. Your stream pop up for you, and you thought it was Mr. Beast. Gax, that's crazy. Oz, try wearing the glasses to work. I have wore the glasses to work once. I had to go in to work for a meeting because Wilson was showing us something at work, and they wanted me to be there. So I had to show up, and I had the glasses with me because I knew that I would be staring at a screen for hours. And I was like, okay, fine. So I wore them. But the bad thing is, Oz, these may be good at helping me sleep, but they don't have my prescription in them. So I can't wear them really to do much else. I have to wear my actual glasses. Gex, it happened twice. That's crazy. Frank, what state am I located? If I'm local, you could definitely hit with me. You think it would be beneficial? Huh? Gex remembered. I didn't even have to say it. That's crazy. Ozon, do they have hard true courts in Indiana? I don't know if they do. Maybe near Indianapolis would be my guess, but I've never heard of one being here. I think there's some in Ohio, but I personally don't know anything about where they would be. Rack, dang it, not even remotely close. It's all good, Rack. What state are you in? Goober, you're sure you've got this, but what shoe is the best value wise and what shoe is best overall? Uh, Goober, that is entirely dependent upon how you need the shoe to fit. If someone tries to tell you this shoe is the best shoe ever, get it with, and just don't worry. That is something I would be very cautious about and probably not take that advice. You have to know how you need the shoe to fit and what your specific foot needs and what your specific requirements are in order to find a shoe that is going to work the best for you. There's no one cookie cutter answer with this shoe fits all or anything like that. So that is what I would say. If you have specific things that you need that you need, I may be able to help out if you can give me some of the specifics. But besides that, there's not really a clear answer just because best is very subjective and I don't want to say something and then it be absolutely wrong for your specific foot. Well, do I disclose what city I live in? No, I do not, William. Or at least I don't think I have. Interesting, Greg. Okay. Rack, you're in Virginia? Okay. Gotcha. Gex, if you want to sleep, just sit in a dark place without any lights. You will sleep within 15 minutes. Interesting. Okay. Rack, you subscribe, dog. Thanks, Rack. I appreciate it. Means a lot. Rack, when am I going live next? Rack, I'll be back again tomorrow night, or probably around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's usually what I. That is usually when I've been going live. That has tended to be the time that works the best for me, as well as I will be going live every day for the rest of 2025. I've been doing this for almost a month, or maybe a little over a month. I've been going live every day because I was making a commitment to myself that I will actually keep to, and just to prove to myself, yes, I can keep my commitments to myself. So, as the year ends, we shall see if I continue doing a live stream every day. But for now, I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But I will be going live every day for the rest of the year. William Gaxon improves the quality of sleep, not helping with getting sleep early. You think that's what I was saying? Yeah. Rack, what's my Insta? Rack. The Instagram is basically just my YouTube channel's name, Brody Taylor 2020, I think. Now, granted, if you add me or if you follow me, I will be honest. I'm not going to see it, and B, I'm probably not going to respond or do anything because I do not have Instagram on my phone right now. I deleted it for the rest of the year because I was spending way too much time doom scrolling on Reels, and it was very bad. Like I didn't even want to look at my screen time report from my phone because I knew how bad it was going to be. So I'm been working on my self-control in terms of doing that. So I just got rid of Instagram and I got rid of Facebook right away. You can still follow me if you want, but just know if you try and send me anything, I'm not going to see it until at least sometime next year. Ozon, how many rackets do I string per week? Ozon, I probably string at my work with my schedule between somewhere between 75 to 100 a week would be my guess. Trunks, what's up? How are you? Rack, that's huge, man. You like the stream, so you'll be in for a llama? Well, thanks, Rack. I appreciate that. Gex, if you're away from lights, your body starts releasing melatonin, which helps you sleep. Okay. Rack, you love that, man. There are temptations. Yeah, man. I was getting tempted way too much. So I had to get rid of them just to like gain my mind back and be like, all right, I'm in control here. I do not need to watch these stupid videos and waste hours of my time. Gex, people in the old days used to sleep very early. Otherwise, these days at least you sleep midnight. Okay. Don't tell him about lights. He won't stream. Glasses work fine. Okay. There wasn't any lights back then. Okay. I was like, damn. You only string your ex. You only string your ex, and you string them every 3 months only. Yeah, it's crazy. I was on when I did when I was at my work for as long as I was for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. I think within the 2 week time period, that we had that, even though I got sick, I think I still strung over 200, just myself, and that still didn't help. We still weren't caught up. It was crazy, dude. Miss Tiara, hello, how are you? Welcome back. Trunks, do I do reactions? Nah, not really, dude. Not for me. Ozone, 100 a week is crazy. Yeah, man. No, Ozone. It was 200 for 2 weeks combined. It was over 200 for 2 weeks combined. That is not 200 in a week. That, as you said, that has to be some type of freaking record. But it was over 200 rackets for 2 weeks combined. Not 1 week. Rack makes you mad how as a junior you can't play for your racket club or anything. 5.0 or 5.5 would be fun. That's fair, Rack. You just love competition, don't you? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Am I right in that? If I skip the string during weaving, I have before, but I've been lucky enough to notice it before I finish a racket, so I'm always able to catch the double bridge, and then just fix it before I get too far into the racket, William. Miss Tiara, you are lovely. How am I doing? I'm doing good, Miss Tiara. We're having a good stream. We're having a good time. Everything's going pretty good. I do have to work tomorrow, which I have to be up early for, so I don't know how long we'll stream, but it's not going to be very late. It may be ending here even in the next 10 minutes, but we shall see. I gotta figure it out. Yeah. Besides that, I'm doing good. Young, that's Cap. Nah, man. Super. You're a beginner in tennis. What's the tips and tricks that you can give me? Playing wise, I'm not the guy to ask. I'm not a coach. Like I'm not a professional tennis coach or certified or anything like that at all. But if you're asking about your tennis gear, biggest thing, make sure you have a good pair of tennis court shoes, just to make sure that you have the least likely chance of rolling your ankle or getting hurt. That is probably the biggest thing. You can usually get away with using a cheaper quality racket or what else? Yeah, or a cheaper quality racket you can get away with, but shoes are the most important thing, in my opinion, when you are beginning, and because they're also usually the most overlooked thing. It's very hard to get into tennis without the proper shoes because you're just going to be hurting and have the potential to roll your ankle, and not fun. I'm reacting right now, if you think about it. I guess kind of. Oh yeah, very competitive. How about you? Yeah. I can't be too rag, especially when I realize that when I am in some type of game, or if I am playing a game, yeah, I'm right there with you. Esposito, hey Brody, quick tennis equipment question for you. Have a second? What's up? How we doing? How can I help? As long as it's appropriate. Ozone, that means Kirby's about to be brought out, y'all. Ozone, You said it, not me. But yes, the co-host is about to arrive. If for those of you who are new, I do have a co-host. He does help me with these streams every so often. He usually comes right before the live stream either ends or if he just wants to make an appearance. So, without further ado, the co-host is about to arrive. Co-host Kirby. Co-host Kirby. Say hello, everyone. It is Kirby. He is my co-host. Rack, you coach remote. You got Sean 300 national, not too true. Okay. Jessica, good morning to you. I'm doing good. My day was pretty good. I went to work, had a pretty a-okay day at work. Nothing too crazy going on, as well as I got to play tennis after work. That was fun. I was recording so that way I could start getting some video footage for videos that I'm gonna upload next year to try and get a jump start on them. So that was good. I got absolutely mollywopped by who I played tennis with. So I was just being embarrassed on that court, but luckily the camera is not going to show everything because I'm the one editing. But hey, it was a pretty mediocre performance on my part, I will admit. But now we're streaming, we're having a good time, and that's it. Jessica, how have you been? Are you done with college? Are you done with school yet? Hey, what's up? Jessica looking good today. Thanks, Jessica. I appreciate that. Ozone Wise, Kirby looks super competitive as well. I think it's his eyes. You can just see the fire in his eyes, Ozone. That's where you're seeing the competitiveness come out in co-host Kirby. Jessica, you want to see me play tennis? Maybe, Jess. You'd probably have to come over here to the U.S., though. Brody, should I switch to the arrow? You're pretty aggressive. You use the V-Core right now. Just want a second opinion. Rack, why would you want to switch to the arrow? Is there something the V-Core is not helping you with that you want more help with? Because if you're just wanting to switch just to switch, I personally think that's kind of a dumb idea. But if there's a reason behind it, then that's a little different. Jessica, you've been great. You graduated this year. Well, congrats, Jessica. That's awesome. Rack, Brody pulling a girl in his stream. Rack, if you stay around, there will probably be a few others that will have very similar like comments. So stick around, man. It gets crazy sometimes in here. Jessica wants you, bro. That's crazy. Jessica, you're done with the bachelor's degree. Very nice. You just went for classes regarding some old project. Okay. Are you done now that you have your bachelor's, or are you planning on continuing, Jessica? Is there more school in your future or not? Rack, more power maybe? Rack, if you want more power, why don't you just lower your string tension? Jessica, you don't know you're planning for your master's next year? That's crazy. Layla Layla, the thing is, I'm not gonna be here that much longer. I gotta as I gotta be at work tomorrow early in the morning, so I'm going to bed here soon. But I do appreciate you popping in. I know you're at work, but I'm probably gonna be leaving here very shortly, Layla. But congratulations on posting that first video. That's awesome, girl. I'm so glad you did that. You gonna do another one tonight when you get home? Threshold stuffed animal. I mean, I guess it's just co-host Kirby. As the girls throw themselves at Brody and Kirby as the night rolls on. Can see why. Okay. William said hi, Kirby. Say hello, Kirby. He waved his sword at you. Rack, good point. You're sitting pretty low already, though. Where are you at? Where are you at right now, Rack? What are you at right now, and what string are you using? That's gonna be. Those are gonna be the two big things here. Threshold, I don't know what that is. Just because you'll be leaving a while. We're gonna have to decorate the church. Christmas is near. Okay. Very nice. Rack, another girl dog. You're a fucking magician. I don't know about that, Rack. What's up, Rick? How we doing, sir? Steven's your wife's boyfriend recommended this stream. That's a interesting title for someone. Isaac, what's up? Jessica, you mean I am awesome, kind, very respectful, Rack? Okay. Well, thanks, Jessica. I appreciate the compliments. Rack, 48 string tension, Miami Tour Hex, unique string. I feel like I've heard of that one. Miami Tour Hex. I'm not spelling. Miami. Rack, what does that only come as a 1.23 millimeter, or does it come in different gauges? Okay, it looks like it's only 1.23. I think I answered my own question. Let's see. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6-sided. Okay. It's 1.23, which is weird. Okay. Ozone for Miami, they have 1.23 as their 17 gauge. They call it their 17L. So that's that company's 17. Typically, you are correct that 1.23 would be considered a 16L, but this company specifically marks it as a 17. Kristen, hello, what's up? Ozone, does a girl need to be a tennis player for me to consider them? No. No, they do not. They do not need to be a tennis player. If they are, great. If not, that's cool too. I have my own hobby then. Jessica, have I heard of the 17 gauge should be, you believe? Okay. Jessica, have I heard of a movie, Roof Man? I have not. I do not know what that is. Ozone 1.23 is 16, 1.2 is 7. You use Polytor crosses and it's 1.2. So, Ozone, if you're using Polytor at a 1.2, that's an 18 gauge. No, no, you're right. Polytor is 1.2. Polytor's 1.2 is 17. However, that is because Yonex uses 1.30 as 16 and they use 1.25 as 16L. They're like Solinco to where their 1.2 is 17 gauge, but other companies do it to where 1.25 is 17 gauge and then 18 gauge is 1.20. I got mixed up right there. Yeah. Yeah, Ozone, I corrected myself. Polytor, because it's Yonex, their 17 gauge is 1.20 millimeters. Whereas if you look at a pack of, say, like Babolat RPM Blast, because it's from Babolat, their 17 gauge is 1.25. So it just is different based off of the company that you use. So that's why you always have to look at the millimeters to get an idea of what you're really using. I was on this weird movies based on true story, Jeffrey Manchester. Okay. Restaurant lock-in, dude. We're talking about rackets. I was on helps if they're into mixed doubles. Okay. No threshold. Politics isn't allowed because we get idiotic people like you in the comments. Goodbye. Jessica, you'll be going now. Gonna be late. Gonna be late, right? Good night. God bless you and sweet dreams. Take care. Jessica, I hope you have a great rest of your day, Jessica. I really do. Wilbert, what's the dream? Right now, Wilbert, I think the dream is just to make YouTube work. I want to see how far I can take this thing. And it's like, hey, if it can work out, it can work out. I'd like to see. Corruption, what's up? I was on dang, Threshold got nuked. I was on dang, Threshold got nuked. Did we kick Threshold? WK. Yeah. Politics. We don't talk politics here. This is tennis. Tennis does not involve politics. And I honestly don't care whose opinions are what, but people just get very, very argumentative about it, and I'm not trying to have people get called names in here. I get called names all the time. I don't care. But I'm not having someone come in here and call everyone else that's in the chat thing. I'm not having someone come in here and call everyone in the chat something because I don't care for that. So we don't bring politics into this. What's the UTR looking like? Need to find out who ratted him, why we don't allow politics. Like a low 9. Okay. Ariane, hello. William, you don't know your UTR, but you were rated at 3.67 by Dominic Archbate. I don't know who that is. All right. Anyway, Rack, back to you with the potential switch to the Arrow. The big thing, which V-Core are you using, Rack, and which Arrow are you wanting to switch to? Ariana, good morning. Good morning to you. Hello. And good night from the US. It is nighttime here. William, I'm disappointed. I really am. Rack, the Sand White new V-Core. Okay, you're using the V-Core version 7, generation 7. What specific version? Like, are you using the 98? Are you using the 100? Are you using the 95? The 100L? What are we using? What's the spec? You want to switch to the new Arrow that comes out in 2026? You're using the 98. Okay. So if you just want a little bit more power, Rack, if you just want a little bit more power, why don't you just, and you have lead tapes on the side, yeah, why don't you just try the V-Core 100? Why would you want to switch to the Arrow? Or just put a little bit more lead tape at like 12 o'clock. You'll get more swing weight, so you can plow through a little bit more. Now, granted, Rack, whichever thing you decide to do, if you are going to try either the new Pure Arrow, which if you want to try it, by all means, try it. See what you think. But if you are going to try or actually are serious about switching, by all means, demo these things first. Do not just make the switch. You don't want to do that to where if you switch, you get stuck with the racket because it's not what you want. By all means, demo everything. Layla, you just got off work. Okay. Mark, blessings, a few days of Christmas. Yeah, Mark, almost a few days left. 4, actually. Layla, you just got off work. Very nice. And you have Major T. Okay. You've been here 1 minute, bro. He's already being sassy to the viewers. Crazy. Well, Layla, you got 20 minutes to tell me because I'm ending the stream at 10:30 because I have to be up for work in the morning. So you got 20 minutes. Good luck. You're on a timer now. Mark, you're thinking of putting Chrome Flex on an HP laptop using Windows 11 Home. Very nice. Rack, you felt like switching it up, you guess. Okay. If it's working for you, dude, I would be hesitant to just switch up just to switch up if you know that the V-Core's been working for you. Just because it's like, you know it works, you like it. If you want something slightly smaller, I would try and maximize the V-Core you currently have as much as possible. And then after you do that and you still feel like there's something you're missing, then potentially we start looking into rackets to demo. That's what I would say, buddy. Ozone, you've seen Tennis Warehouse sell putty to put under the butt cap to make the racket more headlight. Yeah, putty. Some people put a putty in there. Some people put foam in there just to make it more headlight. It all depends. Oh, so you got a tennis question, Layla. You know, but okay. Carson, worst day of your life and horrible breakup. But anyways, how was your day? Carson, I'm sorry that you went through that. That always sucks, buddy. But hey, it's over. It happened. You're still here. You're still going. So if it was the worst day of your life, it can only go up from here, buddy. Abby? Avi? Where am I from? I'm from the US, bro. Where are you from? John, you asked that earlier. That's a question only you can answer. Rack, you need to get to the next level. You're a sophomore, almost basically T1, but you're looking to go pro. You thought a racket switch could potentially get you there. Rack, I think if you're to that level, I don't know if it's necessarily the racket that is going to make the difference. I think it is mainly just finding the small tweaks that work best for you. If you are very curious about the Pure Aero when it launches next year, by all means, demo it, dude. I'm not going to tell you don't do it if you want to. But if you are just looking for one small thing, I feel like you could probably achieve that with your V-Core because you've already added lead tape somewhere before. So you already know how to do that. I feel like you could probably figure it out that way. But if you don't want to, you just want to try the Aero, by all means, try it. You're from Lahore? Where is that? Oh, you're from Pakistan. Very cool. What's up? William, you found a cut from real turnip hair silver for just 4 USD. We'll use in January. Nice. William, 20 feet for $4. You only got a half set? Where's the other half? Des, is this a pillow? I would not use Kirby as a pillow. Leia, bruh, you'll tell me tomorrow you have to drive home. That's fair. Avi, can I help you? If you have a tennis-related question, Avi, I think there's a high chance I might be able to. Rack, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's all good, Rack. You can try as much as you want, but at this point, if you are just looking for one small thing, I feel like you can very easily achieve that with your current racket. You just have to try it out with, say, like a little bit more lead tape just to see if that feels good to you. But if not, if you're still feeling like something's off, or you're just like, I don't know if I want to continue with this, then try out the new Aero. And while you're at it, might as well try the new V-Core that comes out too, just to see what you think. Be like, see if that gives you the extra power that you wanted. Then you may not even need to switch to Babolat. You may just be able to stay with Yonex. Shark, your dog and your uncle died in a crash yesterday. I'm sorry, Shark. That sucks. That's awful. Well, yeah, the other half is Wasabi as the main and from a previous set. Gotcha. Very cool. Is Kirby is co-host, but he's the silent type. That is correct. Kirby is the silent co-host. Abhi, may I give you a favor? You want to leave your country? Bro, I don't know. I don't know anything about leaving a country, dude. I'm probably not the best guy to ask. Oz just sent that, okay. Herzen, you think I'm 100% not straight? Well, you would be 100% wrong. Should have a happy winter solstice. All right. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Wait, so Kirby's the silent protagonist. Brody's the yapping sidekick. Bruh. What is this, William? Layla's not here to like rag on me, so you're taking her spot for the night until she potentially makes it home safely to do that herself. That's crazy, bro. Oz more sideswipe, tennis, not football. What? What are you talking about, Oz? That's a compliment. Basically, you're calling me handsome. Well, then just lead with that. Just lead with that, then, dude. Because the first comment makes it sound like you're making that educated guess about someone, and then to someone it's gonna seem like an attack. I guess I was on. I don't know anymore, man. Mixed doubles. That's great. That's crazy. All right, Oz. We all see what you did there. Oh, all right. Cool. It's been quiet. It's been quite a time. Anyone else got anything? We got like what? Close to 15 minutes. Oh, we got 9. Ah, we're close. We're close enough. We'll hit the 2-hour mark, and then we'll call it quits. So have I done any Christmas shopping yet? I have done like half of it. Tuesday I will be finishing it because that is my first day off work this week. Oh, or I might finish if I leave work early and use some PTO. But I do not have any of all of my Christmas shopping done. I can say that. Rick, do I know any Brazilian tennis players? Rick, there is Carousel. He plays for Brazil. Who's the young guy that everyone really is going? Fonseca, yeah, that's who I thought it was. There's Carousel, there's Fonseca, and that is my extent of Brazilian tennis player knowledge, I will admit. Bishesh, what's up, bro? How we doing? Ting Yu, thank you for the jewels, I appreciate it. Gorilla, hello, well, how are you? Vibov, hello. William said Fonseca as well. Rack, you're gonna check out for the night. Go check out the new VCore though. Sounds good, Rack. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Again, thank you for subscribing. It does help me out a lot. I really appreciate it, man. See you soon. I was on Guga Quertin. The OG Brazilian, okay? Vishesh, you're doing great, bro. Merry Christmas in advance. Well, thank you, Vishesh. Merry Christmas in advance to you as well. All right, co-host Kirby, you're gonna go over here for right now. He made his appearance, and now he's gone. Now it's just me again. Ugh. My entire body is almost in pain or aching because I've been getting back into the gym, and then I played an hour and a half, or a little more than an hour and a half of tennis today. So my body is saying, "Hey, man, you remember all that exercise you did? It's time to pay the price." I'm like, ugh. Not the most fun thing, but worth it. Oz, maybe I need a massage. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if a massage would help, just because I think this is just my muscles getting used. This is just my muscles getting used to being back into just actually working and doing more than what they have been recently. Because I've been slacking. Can't be doing that. I was on. Am I a two-handed backhand or a one-hander? I'm two-hander. I grew up with two-hander, and I'm going to stay with two-hander. I like my backhand way more than I like my forehand. My backhand's so much just better. I can't stand my forehand. It was on the opposite for you. What are you, a one-handed backhand player that loves their forehand? Is that what the opposite is? Two, I don't know what that is. But you have a one-hander, so if someone hits it high above your strike zone, you're cooked. Ah, yeah, that's one of the downfalls to the one-hander. Gabriel, hello. Here's a riddle. As long as the riddle is appropriate, Gabriel, go ahead. Alpha, the name of the book, please. The name of the book on my right. This one? The name of the book is Relentless by Tim Grover. There we go. There's no light on it now. This is the book that has been by me. You're welcome, Alpha. John, I don't look like a car. It's all backwards text. Yeah, that's because my camera shows you everything backwards. That's why you said over my right shoulder, but it's actually over my left shoulder. Because everything's flipped. Oz, why is it flipped? Because I'm using the. It is flipped because I'm using the camera that faces. Well, I guess it's the front facing camera of my phone. So I guess it just flips it. I don't know exactly why it does it. It just does. So yeah, so like I'm pointing right now. To you, it looks like I'm pointing to my right, but I'm actually pointing to my left. So it's like a mirror to you. Kind of, yeah. I think that's exactly what it is. Ozon, your opera. Thanks for the gear advice and the fine chat. Of course, Ozon. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hopefully, I'll see you at the next one. John, you can tell that you think I'm tired for this. Go rest. Nah, John, we're good. I will go to bed when the stream is done. I said we would cross the 2 hour mark. We will cross the 2 hour mark. Alpha, what do I do in this life? Right now, Alpha, I work at a tennis retail store. That is what I do for work in this life. And I also do YouTube here on the side. We're just here having a good time, seeing if this pans out. Well, making this pan out. And yeah, man, that's about it right now. William, you're off too. Have a good rest, y'all. William, have a great rest of your day. Thank you for being here. As always, I appreciate it. And see you next time, buddy. Jeez. All right. Alpha, do I have any projects and or dreams? Alpha, well, the project right now is the YouTube channel. I'm here to make sure that, well, I'm working to grow this as big as it can be, potentially have this become my full-time job. I think that would be really awesome and really amazing. And yeah, that's probably the biggest project right now. Besides that, a dream I would say I have, I want to perform as the leading male actor in a Broadway musical. I greatly enjoy theater, and I feel like that would be an amazing experience. So there you go. One project, one dream. Boom. Strange, what's up? Inevitable, you can, but I would say I would probably advise against doing that in terms of actually smoking, because that's not good for you, especially for your wrestling career. That will also do if you love theater. You need to talk to your friend who's a wrestler. Wrestling is literally the cousin of Broadway. I'm good. I'm good about that. Inevitable. I will stick to be performing on a stage and not in a ring. I will let him have his thing. And I will continue with mine. Alpha advice, you must create a unique universe that belongs to me. That's what we're doing, Alpha. We're creating our own little like corner of the internet here. That is all about tennis, and we all can hang out, have fun, talk about whatever. And no, plus I have the look. What do you mean I have the look? That's fair, bro. What is the look? Scrawny? Oz, am I currently doing any theater productions at the moment? Currently, no. There's the potential I might audition for one in January, but when I tried going to when I tried going to the sign up sheet, the link was not working, so I couldn't sign up for it. So I don't know if they're actually doing it, but I may do that one. I have not fully decided yet, but I might do that one. What show is it? It's the full length Broadway version of Frozen. So potentially I'll do that. Alpha, well crafted background, excellent music and editing, and interesting topics. Yeah, man. We're getting there. All right, cool. So, with that, we have crossed the 2 hour mark, ladies and gentlemen. So, with that being said, I'm gonna get on out of here. I kind of need to go sleep because I gotta work in the morning. What part in Frozen am I thinking of doing? I am thinking I would prefer to be, just from listening to the soundtrack, I think being Hans, so being the villain, I think that would be fun. Or just really any of the main characters. I think that are guys. I think that would be awesome. So I would just be happy for any of them. Really, it'd be fun. Friends, I have no idea who or what you're talking about. Alexander, what's up, bro? You just went to play at a new court named Colina del Sol Courts. Very nice. Alpha, you say I need to create a very attractive name and logo. Well, I'm planning on sticking with just using my name, because it's my name. So I got the name done. Logo, that'll come later. I have to actually get established first before I even need to worry about a logo. Oz, evil parts are the best in theater. They can be. They really can be. It's fun. I just like, and this is something that I've enjoyed about theater since I've been doing it. I like it as I'm on stage, as I'm playing whatever role I am, just having the audience travel along with you in the story you're telling. And then say you're getting to a very pivotal point in the story, the audience is within, like, you can feel them following along and hanging on every word that you say, and they may know what's going to happen, but you still deliver the line or you deliver the action in the scene in such a way that you can audibly hear either the gasp, the laughter, or whatever else comes from them. To me, that's just amazing. Like having the audience in your hand, because you've done such a great job as an actor portraying everything. To me, it's an amazing feeling, and it's one of the best things ever. Alexander, you're lucky in your 10th crew. You got photographers, DJs, promoters, and all artists and all entrepreneurs. Swear these two does have changed your circle of friends, hobbies for the better. That's awesome, Alexander. I'm happy for you. Alpha, keep the glasses on. They make you different, unique, and yeah, man. If I'm gonna be streaming for hours and then going right to bed, I'm gonna keep wearing the glasses. Clark, I have not. I'm not a professional. I am not a professional player by any means. All right, guys. I'm going to bed. I'm gonna be honest. So, thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot that you took time out of your day to come hang out with me in Indiana for, what was it, 2 hours? That's awesome. And thank you. I appreciate it. Now, with that being said, like I mentioned, I'm going to bed. So, without further ado, as always, take care.